Welcome to the 66th episode of Lalitha Sahasranam Stotra. A plus B whole square equal to A square plus B square plus twice the product of A and B. This is the formula for squaring summation of two unknowns called A and B, or knowns or known values of A and B. So there are two additions involved here, and five multiplications or products involved here, operations. So this formula, this method, when it is applied, so it yields the successful result no matter what the conditions are. So that's why it's called a formula. It's a step-by-step procedure. When this procedure is followed, it is certain to yield the result, a success. In the same manner, Lalitha Sahasranam Stotra, there is a hidden formula. What is that formula? The formula of tapping the unconditional cosmic energy in this universe through exhibiting unification of forces in the body and a steady state operation. So that is a hidden formula, and the procedure for implementing or applying that formula is the training to the faculties through this 1000 namas. So that's the essence of Lalitha Sahasranam Stotra. So let us move on. The next nama is mohanasini. So the moha, which already been covered in Nirmama, mohanasini means the mismatches are being removed or eliminated without any trace. That's the mohanasini. Matched condition and mismatched condition was also discussed in previous nama. So in other words, it will promote the matched state of operation, or sankalpam, that is power of intent. The vikalpa is eliminated through mohanasini. So what is the reason for this sankalpa or vikalpa to take place, or the matched and mismatches to take place in spite of doing the karmacharan or while doing the karmacharana? So in the example, the karmacharana action cycle that was discussed before, the example of purchasing the sweet. So in that example, the four faculties and the five senses, they take part, and the four faculties are represented by the four of the five elements of the Panchabhutas, namely the mind, faculty of mind with air element, and faculty of personality with fire element, faculty of discretion with earth element, faculty of intellect with water element. So when these faculties, when they participate in this karmacharana or action in a proportionate manner, that means faculty of the intellect is supposed to be highest proportion, because it's It's a water element, followed by faculty of discretion, followed by faculty of personality, and faculty of mind. So, since they are representing the Panchabhutas, the five elements, who themselves are like a witness to all the events or actions that take place in this universe, their participation is in a witness mode. So when these faculties when these faculties are faculties of intellect to faculty of mind participate in karmacharan in a witness mode. So in this kind of operation, the sky element it manifests in a hidden form and completes the cycle of this karmacharana, and hence it is called a match state, so that it becomes a successful karmacharana. On the other hand, when if the karmacharana this participation of the sky element essentially means the Isvara form, energy form. Isvara, the definition of the Isvara was covered in Nirisvara Nama. Isvara is an entity, energy entity of the super soul that enters through the Guru form, which is beyond the five elements. Through the sky element, it manifests, which manifests the super soul energy pertaining to the Guru. It manifests through the fifth element, the sky element, that is called Isvara or Isvari. So when the faculties are operating in a witness mode, the Guru form, the Isvara form, through the sky element enters, and hence it becomes sankalpa, or the matched state of operation. And this sankalpa is the power of intent of such karmacharana action, is the power of intent of the Guru, that is Ishvara, and it's called Ishvara sankalpa, and it will never fail. So on the other hand, what is the reason for mismatched karmacharana? So the reason for the mismatched karmacharana is the faculties deviating from the witness mode of operation. So in such action cycle, the sky element, the Ishvara element, will not enter. So there is a deficiency of the sky element in such karmacharana, and hence the mismatch will prevail more. The karmacharana is a mismatch. So in these cases where they are not operating in a witness mode, for example, the faculty of personality is dominant in karmacharana. So in such karmacharana, the karmacharana will just like a bomb blast, it will just explode. And similarly, if it is mind driven, then it will create a tornado type of effect in the karmacharana. If it is driven by the faculty of discretion, predominantly driven by faculty of discretion, then the karmacharana action takes place lethargically, or through or it is driven by inertia. So finally, if the karmacharana is only driven by the faculty of intellect, then it will have a effect of pouring, so to speak, the divine water into ash. So that kind of result it will fetch. So these are all the cases, various cases when the karmacharan action is not performed in a witness mode and resulting in a mismatched operation. So in the same context, those who are addicted to non-veg, they will have excessive fire element in their body. Those who are addicted to smoking, they are having excessive faculty of mind effect in their body, air element in their body. Those who are addicted to drinking alcohol, so their faculty of intellect they succumb to their faculty of intellect. And those who are lethargic, their faculty of discretion is being affected, or they have been succumbed to their faculty of discretion. So these kind of mismatches are been eliminated through this Nama mohanasini, the energy of this Nama mohanasini. So how does this elimination takes place? Moha, the definition of moha is discussed in Nirmama, the previous Nama. Moha essentially means the termination of mind in faculty of personality. Therefore, the participation of faculty of intellect or faculty of discretion is not there in moha. The karmacharan associated with moha. Faculty of personality, faculty of discretion, as well as faculty of intellect they are not participating. So that means the fruit of karmacharan action is completely taken by the faculty of personality. So how do we correct this? So the faculty of personality is the fire element. Fire element is controlled by the earth element. It cannot be controlled through the air element. It will only increase it. It will only aggravate. So fire element. So typically, when there is a fire, by pouring mud on the fire, it can be extinguished. So mud means it's a earth element. Therefore, controlling of the fire element is through the earth element. And in kulasankethapalini, the earth element, the natural form of the earth element, enters into the kula or the tribe or family, and it will correct. It has necessitated the right proportion of the faculty of discretion, the earth element of the faculty of discretion in that particular tribe or a family, and promoted the stability that is required for the faculty of discretion in that particular tribe. And so through this stability, thus the match state of operation gets promoted. So hence mohanasini is controlled through the energy of kulasankethapalini. So that completes this sloka, nischinta nirahamkara nirmoha mohanasini. So what does this sloka means? The impressions of unsaturated genetic impressions, they've been erased from faculty of discretion, faculty of personality, and faculty of mind. So after erasing these impressions, the faculty of personality is filled with this sugarcane effect, sugarcane personality, and then the karmacharana was training was given towards through nischinta, the training of the two ends of happiness and sorrow, that is through nischinta, and then nirahamkara, through nirahamkara, the matched and mismatched state, and through the kulasankethapalini energy, the mismatches were removed, the mismatches associated with the residual effects of this the unsaturated genetic impressions. Okay, therefore through nischinta, the faculty of discretion is getting trained. Nirahankara, faculty of personality, nirmoha, faculty of mind, and mohanasini, faculty of intellect, is given training. So the next nama is Nirmama. So this is again one sloka having 4 namas. So the first nama is Nirmama. So Nirmama means the karmacharana or action that is successful. So the two ends of Nirmama are like this. Karmacharana or action that is successful, ability to successfully completed karmacharana, the fruit of that karmacharana is fruit has been absorbed. The successful karmacharana fruit is absorbed, that is one end. And the ability to overcome the failure, the karmacharana which is failure, ability to discard this karmacharana, ability to accept the successful fruit of the successfully completed karmacharana, and the humility or ability to stand to the defeat, the karmacharana that is failed, to accept that and able to overcome that. These are the two ends. One end is ability to accept the fruit that is successful, other end is ability to discard and forget the bad karmacharana, the failure, and able to learn from it. These are the two ends, and beyond these two ends, ability to control these two, that is Nirmama. So this karmacharana, the result of the karmacharana, the effect of the result of the karmacharana is mainly influenced. It influences on the faculty of personality. So that influence through this genetically unsaturated effects, that kind of influence is called mama. So these are various levels of the genetic impressions, unsaturated impressions. The Niraya effect is the genetic unsaturated impressions that were registered in the blood, which is a faculty which has transformed to the faculty of intellect. Now here the Nirmama is the genetic impressions, unsaturated impressions that are formed on faculty of personality. That is, there are some experience that would have happened that leaves scars on the first faculty of personality, or it will give too much enjoyment on the faculty of personality, both related to that particular genes that are related to the family or the tribe. So there's a fruit. The enjoyment of that fruit it has left a long-lasting impression on the faculty of personality, or there's a bad karmacharan, or a scar, or a fearful event or something that happened that left also a hard impression on the faculty of personality. So both these are genetically unsaturated impressions, and this may not happen. I mean, this may not have registered on one particular person or individual. It would have registered across that whole family and our whole tribe, so to speak. And so this is unsaturated. Okay, so that refers to the Nirmama. So the fruit, the characteristic of a fruit is that it is supposed to be saturated and supposed to be light. That's a typical characteristic of a good fruit. So if the fruit is saturated, then the karmacharana, the fruit, the result of the karmacharana in the form of a fruit, if it is a saturated one, then that fruit is approved by the Ishvaramsa in our body. So this kind of acceptance of the fruit, karmacharana, through this there is a light. We feel light through this kind of a karmacharana. On the other hand, if the karmacharana is failure or a vikalpa, and the fruit is heavy because it is rotten inside, then it is not. It is heavy and it is not being approved by the Guru Amsa, that is Ishvara Amsa. So this kind of accepting this kind of heavy fruit, that is a rotten fruit for the karmacharana action that is being performed, then the personality becomes heavy instead of becoming light. So Nirmama, what does Nirmama means? Nirmama means the witness mode of operation, through the witness mode of operation, the fruit that is saturated and approved by the Ishvara, the Guru form of the hidden Guru form in our body, approved by the Ishvara, and the faculty of personality is not taking this fruit that is light, that is saturated, approved by the Ishvara, or the deviated from the witness mode of operation, and the fruit of karmacharana, which is heavy and rotten, assuming that, accepting that fruit as being approved by the Ishvara, the guru form. So these two leads to what is known as mamakaram. These two leaves impressions on genetic, unsaturated impressions on the genetic. And these impressions, when they keep accumulating, then they result in the vikaras. And so through these vikaras, the soul energy gets depleted. So therefore, Nirmama is a training that provided by being beyond these two and able to control these two. Which two? Instead of being in a witness mode of operation, the fruit that has resulted, good fruit that is resulted, saturated fruit that is being approved by the Ishvara or the Guru form, not being accepted, not being taken, not being enjoyed. That's one end. The other end is the failed karmacharana fruit, which is heavy, rotten, not and this karmacharana performed in the non-witness mode of operation. This rotten fruit not accepted, not approved by the Ishvara Amsa. This being assumed as if this fruit is being assumed accepted by approved by the Ishvara Amsa, and taking this fruit. So both of these will result in impressions on the faculty of personality. Okay, so that's about Nirmama. So the next nama is mamathahantri. So the mamathahantri is so this is an extension of Nirmama. The beyond limit, the unsaturated impressions on the faculty of personality through this Nirmama Amsa, Nirmama energy. So this these impressions are being eliminated through mamathahantri. Okay, so how are these? First of all, these impressions. How are these? How are they? How they have entered? Through Ragamadani, there is a churning that happened in the intellect, faculty of intellect, and the effects of Raga and Dvesha, that is the genetic impressions, have entered into faculty of personality. Through Nirahankara, there is a churning that happened in the faculty of discretion. And through this churning, there is there are some impressions that have joined in faculty of personality. So, from faculty of intellect, faculty of discretion, from faculty of intellect through the unsaturated fat, and faculty of discretion in the form of moha. So some of these attributes have entered into the faculty of personality. So both these come together, then it becomes mamakara, mama of the Nirmama. So, but Niraga, Ragamadani, Madanasini, we have substituted the sugarcane effect into the faculty of personality. So then what happens to that sugarcane personality? So sugarcane replaced in the personality doesn't mean that the impressions are completely gone. The past impressions, the genetic impressions are completely gone, which are unsaturated. So they have to be removed or eliminated through karmacharana only. And to that extent, the refilling of sugarcane effect into the personality will help release these impressions through karmacharana in a better manner. I'm sorry. So through mamathahantri, what is being done? So mamathahantri here, the letter 3 refers to the three grandhis in our body, which we have discussed while discussing about the Kundalini energy. Brahma Grandhi, Vishnu Grandhi and Rudra Grandhi. There are three grandhis in our body, which are essentially the knots. They are the filtering mechanisms in our body. So these three grandhis, Brahma Grandhi, Vishnu Grandhi and Rudra Grandhi, they refer to essentially tamoguna, rajoguna and sattva. So mamathahantri, what does it do? So these impressions, the unsaturated impressions on the faculty of personality have been accumulated and transformed into these three characteristics, sattva, raja, tamo gunas, and filled in the three grandhis. Okay, so why they have been filled? So that these attributes, these transformed attributes can be used for karmacharan. So what is the root for this? These are the impressions, the unsaturated impression, the faculty of personalities are being transformed through through the formation of these three characteristics, that is sattva, raja, tamo gunas, and filled in the three gandhis so that they can be expended through the karmacharana. So the impressions can are then removed, erased. So where do we stand? It all began when the individuals are turned into beast-like, the animalistic behavior, and they were not able to fit into any of the schemes that are promoting the order in the universe, the progression of the universe, and they are given an opportunity to express themselves, the vikaras, the impressions, the moods, etc. And subsequently they are given training towards the path of yogam. And through Nirishvara Yaga, the Nama of Nirishvara, there was a resetting that happened in their faculties. So after that, once this resetting is done, then the impressions, the unsaturated impressions, genetic impressions, through Nirishvara, the animalistic impressions were removed, and subsequently the genetic impressions that are unsaturated, just lying there and doing nothing, in creating disturbance to the karmacharana. So they have been slowly dislodged by filling the sugarcane effect into the faculty of personality, and introducing the stability in the faculty of discretion, and removing the vikalpas, the impressions through kulasankethapalini, establishing the right proportion of the discretion effects through kulasankethapalini, and the impressions that registered separately in the faculty of personality through Nirmama, they have been transformed into the three characteristics of sattva, raja, tamo gunas, and filled in the three gandhis. for this, the kulantasta is the root energy, and that has entered through the faculty of intellect. So that is the story so far up to mamathahantri. So the next nama is Nishpapa. So Nishpapa, the two ends of this nama are karmacharan action, that is having papa effect, and the punya effect, and ability to go beyond these two and able to control these two, that is Nishpapa. So hence, so Nishpapa essentially, so if punya is considered as positive or clockwise direction, then papa is negative or anti-clockwise direction. So Nishpapa definitely clearly refers to the addressing of this in a anti-clockwise direction. So these two attributes, the two ends can be addressed in a clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction, but the duality of these namas that we have seen from Niradhara, so all these have been addressed in a anti-clockwise direction. Okay, so Nishpapa, that's why it's Papa. It is not said Nishpunya, it is said Nishpapa. Hence, the technique that is used is addressing of these effects in an anti-clockwise direction. So this Papa and Punya, this kind of distinction is the portfolio of faculty of discretion. So in the previous namas, in Nischinta, the happiness and sorrow effects were given training, and subsequently through kulasankethapalini, the proportion of the discretion, the earth element of the discretion, was restored. And after the restoration of the earth element, there is the sankalpa, or the power of intent, has improved, and the impressions in the personality are being transformed to sattva, raja, tamo gunas, and so the personality is now refilled with sugar cane, that is devoid of the past impressions, genetic impressions, unsaturated impressions. So this faculty of discretion, which is now stable, it is able to now pursue the faculty of personality, which is having a sugar cane effect. In the training of Papa and Punya, so an unstable faculty of discretion giving a discretion of Papa and Punya to a stable sugarcane personality, or vice versa, a stable discretion giving training of Papa and Punya, discretion training of Papa and Punya to unstable personality, both of them of no use. So here is the case when through kulasankethapalini, the right proportion of the discretion was established, and mamathahantri, the impressions, unsaturated impressions in the faculty of personality were removed, and faculty of personality is now having a proper sugarcane effect, sugarcane personality. So a stable discretion and a stable personality in this mode of operation, the Papa and Punya, the training, two ends of the Papa and Punya can be administered, and so in that way it can go beyond these two and able to control these two. So in this context, it is necessary to discuss about papa and punya. There is a general feeling or acceptance that papa means those who execute papa, they go to hell, and those who do punya, they go to heaven. So papa essentially means the karmacharan action in the negative direction. That's all. Punya means positive direction. So this this heaven or hell, it's not. They are not. They are not external entities. They are within our body. So the elements or the energy that is prevalent below our navel, they are all related to the hell, and the energy or entities that are above our navel, they are all related to heaven. That means something light is heaven, towards heaven, something heavy is towards the hell, and they are present in our body. So they are not present. It's not that they are outside our body. So so through the karmacharana, the punya of punya, the fruit of karmacharana of punya, and having a stable faculty of discretion, that is light, feeling light and stable, or the fruit of the papa karmacharana, that is the one end is that the matched state punya karmacharana, that is one end. The other end is the mismatched state of papa karmacharana. So matched state of punya karmacharana, it will promote the stability of the faculty of discretion. The mismatched state of papa karmacharana, it will make faculty of discretion unstable and heavy. So these two ends, because of these two ends, the training provided through Nishpapa, these two ends, because of these two ends, there is a churning that happens in the faculty of personality. And so because of this churning that happens, there is the training is received, and hence this training will promote ability to go beyond these two, and able to control these two. That is Nishpapa. So the remaining namas we will address in the next episode. Thank you.